The Price of Betrayal, Part 1. They say betrayal cuts deepest when it comes from the people closest to you. I never believed that until I watched it unfold right in front of me, not as the victim, but as the witness, the one who saw it all, who knew the truth, who tasted the venom of silence while my best friend, Michael, was being gutted by the woman he trusted most. Michael and I had been friends since college. He was the kind of man you could rely on, steady, loyal, hard-working to the bone. He wasn't flashy, but he had this quiet gravity about him that pulled people in. And when he met Claire, I thought he'd finally found someone who deserved that loyalty. She was beautiful in the kind of way that made men forget their own names, and clever enough to make sure they didn't remember. At first, she seemed perfect for him. Funny, attentive, affectionate. But beauty can be a mask, and masks crack. I started to notice it before he did. The small things. Claire's eyes flickering a second too long on another man. The way her phone seemed permanently glued to her hand, screen tilted away from Michael. The sudden excuses, late nights, girls' trips, headaches that didn't add up. At first I told myself it was paranoia. None of my business. But then came the night I saw her. I'd been walking home from the bar, half drunk and tired, when I saw her in the parking lot. Not with Michael, with another man. Their hands were all over each other, her laugh spilling into the dark like a confession. She kissed him, hungry, desperate, the way I'd never seen her kiss Michael. And I froze, stomach turning to ash. I should have confronted her right there, should have told Michael everything the next morning. But betrayal has a way of twisting your gut until you don't know what to do. I couldn't bring myself to be the messenger of that kind of pain. So I waited, watched, gathered proof. And the more I saw, the more I hated her. Because Michael, he worshipped her. He talked about her like she hung the stars. He broke his back to give her everything, a house, vacations, a future. He loved her in the kind of wholehearted way most people only dream of. And she spat on it. She took his devotion and wore it like a cloak while sneaking around behind his back. One night, after too many drinks, I decided to test her. I cornered her at the kitchen counter during one of their dinner parties. Michael was outside grilling. It was just me and her, the hum of the refrigerator filling the silence. "You know," I said, swirling my whiskey, "you don't deserve him." She stiffened, her smile tightening. "Excuse me?" "You heard me. Michael. He's too good for you." Her eyes narrowed, calculating. And then, instead of getting angry or denying anything, she smirked. "Not everyone wants good," she whispered, close enough for me to smell the wine on her breath. The audacity made my blood boil. She wasn't sorry. She wasn't even afraid of being caught. To her, Michael's loyalty was a joke, a leash she could tug whenever she wanted. That was the night something shifted in me. I realized exposing her wasn't enough. People like Claire didn't just need to be caught, they needed to be punished. And if Michael was too blind, too trusting to do it himself, then maybe it had to be me. The plan started small, subtle. I knew if I confronted Michael without evidence, she'd twist it, manipulate it, make me look like the jealous friend. She had that kind of charm. So I played the long game. I followed her, took photos. Hotel receipts, text screenshots, videos from my phone when she thought no one was looking. Piece by piece, I built a case so airtight even Claire couldn't talk her way out of it. But revenge isn't just about exposure. It's about making them feel the sting, the humiliation, the collapse of their own lies crushing down on them. So I started to get close. Not to her, but to him. The man she was cheating with, his name was Adam, a smooth-talking parasite who thought he'd won some prize. I saw them together often enough to memorize his routines, where he drank, where he worked out, what kind of car he drove. Hand slowly, I made sure Adam noticed me. I'd sit near him at the bar, strike up casual conversations at the gym. At first, he didn't think much of it, but I'm good at planting seeds, good at making people talk. And eventually, Adam slipped. He bragged about the married woman he was conquering, about how easy it was, how stupid her husband must be. I smiled, pretended to laugh, but inside, I was cataloguing every word, every disgusting syllable. It wasn't long before Adam thought of me as his friend, and that was when the real fun began. One night, after a couple of months of careful weaving, I invited Adam out for drinks, just me and him. He didn't suspect a thing. Why would he? To him, I was just another guy who admired his conquests. Halfway through the night, I pulled out my phone, showed him a picture of Michael. "You ever seen this guy before?" I asked casually. Adam snorted. "That's Claire's idiot husband, isn't it?" I kept my face blank even as my knuckles whitened around the glass. "Yeah, that's him." Adam grinned, leaning back. "Poor bastard has no idea. If he did, I'd probably be dead." I laughed along with him, but in that moment, I decided exactly how he'd regret those words, because betrayal isn't just about the cheater, it's about the accomplice too. And Adam was just as guilty. The next phase came easy. I staged things, left traces for Michael to find, a receipt in Claire's purse from a hotel she never mentioned, a text notification popping up on her phone when she left it unattended. Little things that built suspicion in Michael's mind. And it worked. I watched the cracks form. The way Michael started asking me subtle questions. The way his smile didn't quite reach his eyes anymore. The way he lingered on Claire's explanations, as if trying to catch the lies in her tone. I didn't push. I didn't need to. The truth was already a rot spreading under his skin. The real question wasn't whether he'd find out. It was what I'd do when he did. Because I didn't want Michael to just leave her. No, I wanted Claire to feel the weight of what she'd done. To know the betrayal wasn't just a mistake, it was a crime with consequences. And I wanted Adam to pay too. So I sharpened my plan, piece by piece, until it gleamed like a blade. And when the night finally came, it was almost poetic. It was Michael's birthday. He threw a small gathering at his house, friends, family, neighbors. Claire played the perfect wife, smiling, laughing, topping off drinks. But I could see the tension in her eyes, the way she flinched every time Michael looked at her a second too long. She didn't know it yet, but tonight would be the night her world cracked open. Because I'd made sure of it.